The bees!
Run, Kelenuku! Run!
The forest was alive with a sudden hum, a vibration that sent shivers through Adaora's skin. She clung to Kenenukwu as the swarm of bees descended upon them, furious and unstoppable. Their stings pierced her arms, her face and his chest, over and over again. She thought it was the end, death by 1,000 sharp pinches. But then something strange happened. Instead of pain growing worse, something inside her shifted. The endless sweetness that had clung to her tongue for years, the unbearable craving for sugar, suddenly dissolved. Beside her, Kenenukwu, who had always hidden in shame from the sticky syrup that poured endlessly from his armpits, felt the warm stickiness dry away for the very first time.
About this stuff?
The bees lifted and scattered into the trees, leaving behind two people who stared at each other in stunned silence. For the first time, Adaora's lips weren't desperate for sugar, and Kenenukwu's skin wasn't dripping. They were simply normal. It seemed almost impossible. But to understand the miracle, one had to know their strange curse. Adaora had been born with a tongue that demanded sugar as though it were water. No yam satisfied her without a sprinkle of sugar. No stew felt complete unless it was dripping with syrup. Villagers mocked her, whispering that her stomach would rot away. Children called her sweet mouth, and she lived in quiet humiliation, sneaking cubes of sugar into her pockets just to calm the gnawing inside her. Kenenukwu's curse was different, and far worse to him. From the day he turned 13, his armpits began to leak a thick, golden syrup that smelled like honey mixed with palm wine. At first, he tried to hide it, but the syrup stained his clothes, glued his arms to his sides, and left a sweet trail wherever he went. His peers laughed, saying he was half man, half beehive. In shame, he withdrew into the shadows, avoiding everyone. But fate drew the two of them together. Adaora, once while sneaking to the forest with her sugar cubes, discovered Kenenukwu hiding there, his shirt soaked and sticky. Their eyes met, and instead of disgust, she felt curiosity. She dared to taste a drop of syrup from his arm. Sweetness unlike anything she'd known exploded on her tongue, richer than the finest sugar. From then she sought him out secretly, sometimes licking the syrup from his armpits to calm her cravings, while he, though embarrassed, found comfort in her strange acceptance. It was a bizarre bond, mocked by fate, and yet it bound them closer than anyone could guess. But it was also a prison. Her cravings deepened, his shame grew heavier. Until the day the bees came. When they attacked, both screamed in pain, but the stings burned away what no medicine or prayer had cured. Her addiction vanished, his syrup dried forever. They returned to the village, not as outcasts, but as wonders reborn. The people who once mocked them now celebrated, beating drums and dancing as Adaora and Kenenukwu married beneath the wide sky. They had been strange, yes. They had been cursed, but the bees, fierce and merciless, had turned their torment into a blessing. And for the first time in their lives, they were free.